as, yeah, just to see this ride get an update, and that new film was a really good addition to the franchise. So it would be really nice if we did get a new scene. I mean, it's a great ride anyway. It's still one of the best dark rides in the country. All practical sets, no screens in sight. But anyway, this is my recreation of it from 2019, and it's not going to be very accurate, but it's a fun ride still. It's very short as well. Like you'll notice with most of the dark rides that are long in real life, they're really short in these recreations. And that is it. That's what I mean about being short. Right, we're going to switch it off first. Make sure it's switched off. And now we are going to, well, first we've got this interesting little thing. So this is the arcade, which isn't there anymore in real life. It had the dome on the roof, which this does, but you can't see it from the inside. For some reason it has a jukebox over there, a few machines, and a toilet at the back end. Now, yeah, this is in the same building as the river caves. I mean, you can see the interior wall of the river caves just at the back. Yeah, it's an interesting little thing. I mean, yeah, I don't think many people ever really went in there. It's one of 5 arcades that we actually have in this Minecraft world, and yeah, it's by far the weakest. And we'll see the other ones as we go around. Now we are going to go on the river caves. This is one of my favourite dark rides in the UK. It's my second favourite dark ride at Blackpool, and it's closed at the moment. It has been for nearly a year. I really hope it's back for next season, well, this coming season. We can only hope. Yeah, as it, well, apparently needed a lot of work doing to it, especially the infrastructure of the building, more than the ride system. And it is sad because it's a really, really well themed ride, and I really hope there's not too much damage to the theming. This is mine. It doesn't have much theming. It's also very short, just like most of the dark rides, but we can give it a go anyway. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it is literally just caves. There's no like historical scenes in there, but it's an okay approximation is the best way I can say, rather than a recreation. But yeah, and now we're going to go on an interesting attraction. It's Impossible, which is a ride that, well, it's an attraction that's still there. However, the dark ride that's inside is no longer there. So you can see we've got a mirror illusion. It's nothing like the real version of Impossible. This is like a Minecraft optical illusion where it kind of looks like there's a mirror, but you can tell it's not because the wall isn't set back. There's no reflection of the door. You can come through this corridor, which is all glowstone, and then there's this random corridor that's like this, which looks like an illusion, but it doesn't really do a lot. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I was going for there. Although it was, again, like 6 years ago. So, yeah. And then this is the waiting room for the Haunted Swing, which is the dark ride. Doesn't really do a lot, although the real one didn't really towards the end of its life. And it's also the swing in Minecraft, whereas it should be the room that actually moves. Although there is a functioning madhouse that we'll see in Wonderworld. But yeah, it's got nice theming in there. Oh, there we go. And that is it. And now we are going to experience Infusion, which is down this pathway. the world's most headache-inducing roller coaster. To be honest, it wasn't actually that bad last time I rode it, but I don't know if it's because I was near the front. And that is Infusion. And next up, I'm not really certain what is next, to be fair. Just depends. I think it's Avalanche or no, I think it's Nickelodeon Land. It just depends what's next on the pathway. I haven't really planned it out completely. Yes, it is Nickelodeon Streak, which is a 1933 wooden coaster that was designed by Charles Page and was originally just called Roller Coaster for a long time until 2010 when it was rethemed. And you will notice, probably from its simplicity, it is actually fairly accurate of a layout, and same with, well, we've got Dora's World Voyage first, which is the boat ride in the area. And then we've got Blue Flyer, which again is fairly accurate. And there we go, now we're going to ride Blue Flyer, formerly known as Zipper Dipper, and it's also in the Nickelodeon Land area. We don't have many of the rides in Nickelodeon Land, like none of the flat rides, none of anything else, just the 3 rides that, well, I thought were important at the time. Which, I mean, they are the 3 biggest rides, so... And yeah, if you want hedge choppers, go on this, because this recreation, you go through the trees. I was cutting back a lot of them, but the ones where it was just kind of... where you, as long as it doesn't really like stop the ride vehicle, I wasn't really that bothered about removing the trees, but maybe I should have done. And we've got the Laughing Man here, who looks suspiciously like Steve in Minecraft. And Avalanche, here we are, finally at Avalanche, the Mack bobsled. And this opened in 1988 and is, again, one of the classic coasters of the park, although it is a lot more modern in comparison to a lot of the coasters. In fact, it's in the latter half of the coasters to open, but it has a Swiss theme. It's actually probably the best themed coaster at the park. I mean, a lot of people would say Icon, but to be honest, this is the station's probably more immersive on this. And that is Avalanche. And it's a very short coaster, just like most of them are. Although what's interesting with this, it has the photo booth. I think the idea, it originally just kind of, I think it was just so inaccurate before, and then I just rebuilt it, and it has this all new station area. Now we've got 3 more attractions left, and the first is steeplechase. So we're going to need a minecart with chest for this one. Unfortunately, you can't race all 3 at the same time, but you can at least race 2. I'm going to hop on the green one because I know that it's the one that should always win. Yeah, I'm just... Same with Grand National. I just choose because I know after riding them which one is the one that always wins. Although, red is getting it. Oh, so I think something slowed us down actually. I'm not really sure what, because there's nothing in the way of the track. But yeah, it looks like red's the one who's going to win, so I think red's the one that always wins, interestingly. Yeah, we're still facing a few issues with this Minecraft map. I'll come back once I've fixed that. Yeah, there we go. Attempt 2 on steeplechase. I've also cleared some trees around this end to see if it's going to fix up that whatever slowed us down there. Yeah, I think it has. So I think we're actually going to win now. Well, I'm glad I got the issues sorted. I tried to clear the issues when I built them, but there's still some that I didn't notice. So you might notice a few throughout the series. But yeah, there we go. You might notice a few through the series, but I'm trying to get them all fixed. But it's just a way of checking through everything, you know. Next up we got Icon, and then we have Big One. And that is Icon, which, well, in real life it's my favourite attraction at the park. In here it's not particularly accurate at all, really. But it's okay for what it is. It's a good Minecraft coaster, but as a recreation of Icon, it's just not really that good. But, well, it's okay. And finally, of course, is Big One, which is probably the most iconic coaster here, even though, of course, Icon is called Icon and it's the best one, but Big One's still very good anyway. And that is Big One, and the final attraction here in Blackpool Pleasure Beach, which is our 3rd Minecraft amusement park video in Pleasure World, which means that we're technically halfway to doing the smaller parks, and then of course Wonder World's going to be the end. And I say smaller parks, they're still a decent size, it's just that Wonder World fills up most of the world, so we'll be doing that last. Oh, yeah, forgot about Big Dipper. How could I forget about Big Dipper? There we go. I'm glad I saw that then. Yeah, another classic wooden coaster. This is the oldest coaster in the park, the 2nd oldest in the UK. It's just because of where it's located in this map, I think. It's just confusing. I think I've done everything. Then yeah, there we go. Big Dipper. Yeah, anyway, that is the end now of this video. Next time we'll be going to Alton Towers, yeah, and then Adventure Island and Nickelodeon Universe, and then we'll be doing the Midway attraction, so look forward to those.